Hello, class. Welcome to my office hour. My name is Donna Orvis, and I'm your instructor for Intro to Personal Health, Health 1 for the spring semester 2024. My office hours are Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 12 to 1 p.m. When we leave Immersive View, I will show you a Tech Connect Zoom icon in Canvas that you can use to come directly into my office hours. But I will also share with you a link and password that you can use to join me in office hours using the internet as opposed to going through the icon in Canvas. All right. And I will also share with you a bit of information about my experience at Chabot. I've been at Chabot for 28 years teaching this course. I also teach human sexuality and yeah, I teach different versions of this course, but the other subject that I teach is human sexuality. And as I've shared with my other class, I really enjoy the beginning of a semester and helping students find their way. And I even enjoy the chaos that comes along with the start of a semester. So if you need someone to talk to, if you want someone to help you find your way, to calm your fears, stop by my office. All right. I am going to leave immersive view and we are now going to go into our Canvas site and share some information about the course. All right. When you come into Canvas, you will come in on the landing page or the home page, and there is a brief description of the course, my information. Um, I will be in my office again on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but if you need to contact me outside of that, the best method of communication is inboxing me here in Canvas using this icon here in the far left navigation, or yeah, far left navigation. The Tech Connect Zoom icon is here. All right. And here is the link and password in case you would like to use that. Because I'm an adjunct instructor, my response time is typically within 24 hours. If it is not a day in which I am online, which are that Tuesday and Wednesday. Um, but hopefully, whatever you need doesn't require longer than that. But I will do my best to respond to you as soon as I am aware that you're trying to communicate with me. The other thing about inboxing me is I get those messages right away, and it is sorted out where only the messages from my students come into Canvas as opposed to going into a general email in which I may not um, see your email for a few days. So it's best to use Canvas for that. This class begins Tuesday, January 16th, and it ends on Friday, May 24th. I typically will post 2 weeks of assignments at a time, and they will be posted on Sundays by 11:59 p.m. Your course, I'm sorry, your text is An Invitation to Health by Diane Hales. Um, There are a number of different ways in which you can get the text. This is an older version of it. It should not cost as much as the new versions. Chegg tends to be the cheaper of the text sites. But if I were you, I would check all three, compare, and take the one that is that you most trust. These are all sites that I've used before for years and trust them all. So um, that's that. I recommend that students download the Canvas app so they can stay informed because you get information in real time, meaning that if I post an announcement or make a change to an assignment, post a grade, um, anything like that, you get it in real time using the app as opposed to having to log on and get that information. Um, I am going to show you what this looks like in student view. All right, because what you're seeing right now is a full navigation, what I have access to, but this is what you will see when you come inside Canvas. And I will stay in student view as we go into announcements. All right, there are two announcements here. One is a welcome message that um, the information that's on the landing page is duplicated here. And then the other announcement is for the first 2 weeks of class, what's expected of. So week one, there's an orientation, there is a syllabus quiz. You're gonna watch your first film, which is The Human Body 101. It's brief, and then there is a discussion that follows. In week two, you are expected to read 2 chapters and participate in a discussion and also participate in a brief survey. It's just one question. It's not anything heavy. This looks like a lot, but it actually isn't very much. Um, and I will show you in a moment, there are reference materials that are associated with each module. Um, Even though the information that's in modules is duplicated here, you get everything in one snapshot. Um, and I like information to be repeated throughout the Canvas site so students are able to find information. Okay, right now I'm going to leave the student view, go over to modules, walk through the flow of the class. We'll talk about some expectations and then wrap this up. Okay, the course is organized into 6 modules. The first of which is a frequently asked questions module. Um, in the frequently asked questions module, you have course information, which is the same as syllabus, but course information does not have dates. Syllabus, as you will see, has the course information. It also has all of the dates and the assignments and when they are due. Why do I have My office hours. Anyway, I have my office hours on here as well as all the assignments. Um, yeah, my office hours, by the way, are open unless you'd like to make an appointment. So um, I'm sitting there. If you'd like to stop by, you're more than welcome to without an appointment. But if you make an appointment, um, that time slot will be for that student, and no one else will be able to bump that time. So that is the benefit of making an appointment. You have the course description, information about the modules, the learning objectives, the method of grading. We have in this class quizzes, uh, discussion boards, assignments, surveys, and all of those assignments add up to 925 points. The minimum points to pass this class is 555. There's a breakdown of what the value of those assignments, the text, the attendance policies, um, attendance meaning how often you should log on to the class. You should log on to the class 2 to 3 times a week. Want to get the assignment, and you probably have one or more submit dates. The etiquette in the course is the same as it would be in a regular classroom. I expect that everyone is respectful of one another. Um, yeah, and I, your grades are your grades are based on your ability to learn and regurgitate information, but it is also important uh, that you know how to conduct yourself in a classroom and know how to carry on discourse with your classmates without it turning into an argument. Healthy discourse is always encouraged. Um, there's information here on dropping and withdrawing a course. If you have a disability or require any additional accommodations that I can provide for you, please let me know. But I also encourage you to register with the DSRC, the Disabled Student Resource Center, to get for the most support for whatever you need. As a disclaimer, this syllabus is a live document and it can be updated or changed at any time. There's no cheating. Um, I encourage you to do your best. If you have difficulty turning in assignments or doing well on assignments or need anything, come talk to me rather than cheating. Um, if you submit late work, only a couple of points are taken off. If you submit work um, that's severely late, more additional points will be taken off for that. Yep. Let me go back to modules. So in the frequently asked questions module, not only is there course information, there's a statement of non-discrimination, information on the Black Cultural Resource Center, the Dream Center, how to respond to a discussion thread, how to access film and library materials. Um, quiz instructions and dates is a very important to go over. And the link, again, since there are no actual meetings, class meetings, the link is only used for office hours. Okay, so again, there are 6 modules in module 1. Module 1 goes over the body. So there is the course orientation and syllabus quiz. There is a short film, The Human Body One-on-One, and a discussion in week 1. In week 2, there's 2 chapters and your second discussion and a short survey. In health, we not only talk about the body, but we're going to talk about several different things. We're going to look at politics. We're going to look at topics that are controversial. We are going to look at we're going to look at health from a personal standpoint as well as um, from a worldview point. And I look forward to reading all of your comments and discussions around those topics. For week 2, there's 2 chapters, your quiz, short survey. There's reference materials that will be used or referenced on your quizzes. Week 3, there's chapter 10, a short film on American circumcision and a related discussion. Then at the end of that week, on February 1st and 2nd, your quiz review will be released on February 2nd, and that covers chapters 5, 9, and 10. An important date for you to remember is the last day to add drop with no grade of record, which is Sunday, February 4th. Then we have week 4. During that week, you're going to take 2 short surveys that precede your first quiz. Your first quiz is on chapters 5, 9, and 10. Your quiz will open at 6 a.m. on February 8th and close at 11:59 on February 9th. Then for week 5, you have Valentine's Day and 2 short assignments. And then we exit for a long weekend for President's Day. When we return, a new module will be open. It is Discovery Learning that goes from February 19th through March 15th. Here we're going to talk about renewable energy. We're going to talk about nutrition, look at a documentary on Netflix, have a discussion on that. Week 8, there are 2 chapters, consumerism and personal safety. Have a film on healthcare and a discussion on gender differences in healthcare. Quiz 2 review will be released on Friday, March 8th, and Quiz 2 will be Thursday and Friday of the following week, which is March 14th and 15th. Also during that week, you are responsible to take a survey. It's a little longer than the surveys that preceded this, but it is also worth more points. It's not too long, but it's longer than the previous ones. In Module 3, covers social health. Week 10, we will look at advocacy and talk about how students feel on campus. The chapters, your psychological and spiritual health. The following week, we will look at a short film, a TED Talk on Dr. Nadine Burke Harris. talking about childhood trauma. Um, we will go over a ACEs questionnaire, talk about that a bit. It's just a few questions that students are asked to respond to. And we will also discuss caring for the mind, which is chapter 3, and personal stress management, which marries quite well with the materials that precede that this week. Your quiz 3 review will be posted on that Friday. Then we will enjoy Easter and spring break. And when we return, we will have our third quiz, which will be April 11th and 12th. And also, you will have a short survey that same week. Okay, we're almost done. Module 4 is titled Spectrum of Health. Week 13, a chapter, and then we will have an activity around exercise. Week 14, chapter 15 on major diseases. We will talk about vaccinations, have a discussion on that. National Superheroes Day. Um, we will acknowledge that day and have a little activity around that. Week 15, chapter 12, 2 short films. Well, they're not actually that short. One on addiction, one on the gambler's brain. And that will give you the information for the discussion on triggers of addiction. That same week, week 4 review will be posted. You have Cinco de Mayo, and the following week, we have a really nice assignment visiting Dollar Street. I think you will absolutely enjoy that assignment. And you will enjoy the website. You will enjoy the assignment, I should say. And that um, Sunday is Mother's Day, and then we go into the final module. Module 5 is a final project. Which I am actually still deciding what that will be. So I will inform you of that once I um, have made a decision about what that final assignment will be. And during finals week, you're actually only responsible for a course reflection. And that you will also get more information about the course reflection and what's required of you there as the semester moves along. All right. What students need? Of course, they need the text, which is An Invitation to Health by Diane Hales, 17th edition. I prefer if you use Microsoft Word as opposed to other programs, but if you are using a different program, could you please email me, let me know before submitting using that program, because it may not be compatible, excuse me, with what programs I have, and but we will figure something out. It's also important that students have a smart device. Many students take classes on their phone, and that's fine, but a computer is better because you are doing so many different things on your phone. Having to type long discussions on your phone, you can do it, but it's easier on the computer. If you're taking a test, it's easier to do it on the computer than it is your phone. But that's just my recommendation. Also, if you have Netflix, or can get a temporary subscription to Netflix in order to watch the film that's assigned. Uh, that would be also very helpful. Students are responsible for checking in 2 to 3 times a week as a reminder. You should submit on time. There are assignments that are due weekly. I will post weekly video instructions, um, as well as post it in writing in announcements. Again, I have open office hours, but if you need something outside of that, inbox me in Canvas. Um, don't forget to review the syllabus on your own and take the syllabus quiz. And let me see. I think that is pretty much it. I want to thank you for watching until the end. Look for the video instructions for weeks 1 and 2, and I wish you all a great